Hi, welcome to my cool show. It's coming live from the hottest place on earth. Today what I'm going to be showing you is this new little series I'm going to be making called Why Don't You Try ... So today what I'm going to show you is something that a lot of people probably know about, but maybe just a refresher. I recently really gotten into making jewelry, and so I'm going to show you something that anybody can do. Just 3 materials, and it is making your own rings. Okay, things you're going to be needing for this activity is going to be some rings. I purchased some rings off of Etsy.com, ETSY.com, and if you don't know what Etsy is, it's something that is probably going to incite a very good addiction. It's something that's a whole bunch of people, different sellers, kind of like an eBay sense, but they work to sell either handmade goods, supplies, or vintage. So I got these in the mail the other day, and I believe, let me check this invoice really quick. This was $6 from, the seller was called The Wistful Republic, and I can put that in the sidebar if you by chance want to buy from that seller, but you can find them anywhere. You can probably find them at craft stores. I wasn't able to find them at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, or even Walmart, so I would probably suggest buying them offline. Anyways, what they look like is these little rings, and they kind of have like a little tiny etching like on their face, and these are kind of cheaper, which obviously if they're going to be $6 for a whole bunch of them, they're not going to be silver, but if you look at them, they have like an adjustable thing, so you can fit them on any finger. My fingers are actually kind of interesting because they have a huge knuckle and then the bottom is like really thin, so my rings, it's actually better for them to be adjustable, so you can kind of squeeze those to where it's going to be fitting your finger. So like I said, I got I want to say 25 rings for $6. You might be able to find them cheaper, and if you can, good for you. Okay, so you need your rings. The second thing you're going to be needing is some glass and bead glue. This is by the brand called Aleenes, I think, A-L-E-E-N-E-S, and I believe this is probably like $3 because I wouldn't spend more than that, I could bet you. So anyways, it says Slick Surfaces Adhesive. So this is for things like beads, metal, things that don't glue together very well. And this is actually a lot more durable than, say, hot glue. And I love hot glue, but this is going to work a lot better, and it's going to dry. So there's that. The next thing you're going to need is probably like a pliers. And I got my pliers from this little box called the Fixa, F-I-X-A, from IKEA, and actually I think that was like $6 too, and I think every girl should have one, or guy. Just a lot of good stuff. Okay, so then what you're going to want to do is take anything that you have lying around the house. Like for example, I have this giant jewelry box full of tons of jewels, and a lot of broken necklaces, a lot of broken rings. For example, I have this little rosette earring, and I lost the other one. I lose earrings all the time, which is why I feel like making jewelry that's actually going to... That's why I feel like making jewelry that I'm actually going to like make myself, in case I lose it, there's not a lot of damage done. So the reason why you're going to have your pliers is that you might have to like bend or break off the posts from the jewelry, earrings. So you kind of just work on that and pull it out. So I'm going to do a quick demo and then show you some rings that I made tonight, okay? Okay, the easiest thing, like I mentioned before, in abundance that you're probably going to have at home is a lot of earrings. But you can also use anything. You could use any kind of trinket, dollhouse furniture. You could use parts of, I don't know, honestly anything. You could use buttons, you could use pieces of fabric, you can use pom-poms, you can use old little faces of watches, anything you can really do to make a ring. So all you're going to be doing is like taking your earring, for my example, and the little post just fell out, and you have this little, oops, this little rosette. Another earring set that I had I had these two like really big pearls, and one of the posts just broke off. So what I'm gonna be doing is taking one of the rings out of the little baggie, opening the glue. I haven't used this glue for a while, so we'll see what it's like. Still working. Okay. So I'm just gonna dab on. Dabbing is actually kind of hard, so I'm gonna wipe that off. Okay, so I have a good chunk on there. I'm gonna set down the pearl. And then I'm actually gonna put, I think I'm gonna try to put the rose, set the rose like right next to it. So I just made a ring right now, and I might just be kind of cautious that if you have any of the glue that you can take off while it's still wet, so you don't have too much excess, so it looks kind of neat because you don't want your jewelry looking all goobery. Okay, so right now, like seriously, how long did that take? I just made this ring, which will look something like this. And you can see how you could be going pretty crazy with this. This is very, very simple, very, very basic. But the one thing to know about this is that you might want to take like a paper towel with some wax paper, some solid surface, and this has to sit for 24 hours before you can wear it. So make sure that you're doing that so that it stays. So put that aside. Okay, another thing. I have this other yellow. This yellow guy. I just took off the back. I have this cool yellow, maybe it's like a hula skirt or like a seashell or something. Just grab another ring. So you can make like a really cool, like yellow ring. That looks really cute in my opinion. So yeah, have a lot of fun enjoying recycling your old, otherwise tossable jewelry into exciting new pieces for your jewelry collection. And if you have any that you'd like me to see that you made from this tutorial, I know this was really basic and probably a lot of you have already done this, but if you have any other like, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye!